What's going on, YouTube? We back in with another video. This is JayBReacts, and we're doing something a little bit different right now. We're doing a live panel right now. So I just really wanted to say, man, first and foremost, I appreciate everybody who's been continuing to rock with me, for this journey right now. It's definitely been a long one, but I just want to say for everybody out there who's actually trying to get it, make it, go after it, don't listen to the demons in your head telling you not to do it. Just go ahead and do it. That's all I can say. So, with that being said, I hope y'all having a great day. Whatever time of day it is, just make sure y'all enjoy the day. So, it's the weekend. How y'all feeling right now? How y'all feeling on this weekend?
Man, I'm tired as hell, bro.
Hey,
Yo, oh
Nah, man,
man.
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm energetic, bro.
Okay,
Ready to get the
okay.
show started. Yo, what's up, Mike? Mike in the
What's
chat,
up?
you know.
What's up,
But
bro?
yeah, yeah. W's in the
Ra-
chat. Who's in the chat?
Raheem, Raheem, go ahead and introduce yourself, Raheem.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Raheem the Rabbit. You guys can subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe to my brother JayBReacts. I appreciate it. What's up to the chat? Paris, I see you. Dope. We'll see you. Call me Z. Mike, what up?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Dope,
Y'all doing all
looking dope.
Oh, hey y'all. My name is Dope. I'm from Texas, obviously. But
Okay,
I'm happy to be here.
all right. Z,
I have no intro. I'm Z. Hi, everyone.
my boy Mike Lowe.
what's up, man? Mike, how y'all doing, man? Follow me on YouTube, Mike Low 100,
Yeah.
man. New to, just checking
For
that.
sure, for sure. We having some technical difficulties, man. We got a few contestants. They having some technical difficulties, so they might pop in a little bit later on. But for right now, we just gonna go ahead and rock out. I am going to get probably the first. Well, really, I want to find out how everybody week was going first before I dive into the topics. Anybody had anything happen during the week to them? Anything crazy? Everything smooth? How everything looking?
Same old, regular, business as
Regular?
usual, work as usual.
I
I
don't
Taking
feel
care of
you.
to the chat.
Was he?
I don't want to bring drama to the chat.
Bring
Oh,
it.
shoot.
bring it. That's what we here for. We
That's
want
what
What you
we're
drama.
got,
here
Z? What you
for.
got?
He said, nope, not today,
No, not
Satan.
today. All right. Respect, respect. Hold up. Did I have somebody? I think I got it right now. Ashley,
Hey,
There's Ashley.
what's good?
having technical difficulties.
It's
Hey,
all
I
good.
had a question.
How
I had a
y'all
question.
doing?
I
Good. How
had a
about
question.
yourself?
I'm good. I don't got. How you make this play through my AirPod? I don't know.
It's not playing?
Not through my AirPod. I
Hmm.
can't see. It's alright.
Leave it like that. All right, cool. We're looking good. All right, y'all. So I'm about to play a clip for y'all real quick. Oh, first and foremost, if y'all want to join on to the next panel, y'all DM the girl that just popped up. Let her be great. The one that's late right now. Y'all DM her if y'all want to hop on the panel, or you can email me at Jay about the business. So that's if y'all want to get on the panel. It's gonna be a mix and match every single time. So just definitely please bear with us on that. Uh, so starting out, we have an article. I know y'all familiar with Anthony Edwards, the basketball player. Everybody familiar with that situation?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So let's go ahead and dive into a little clip real quick. Two, 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 two.
I guess it ain't gonna work for me.
He's kind of going hard. Hold on.
Oh, that beat going hard, right?
Hold on. Hey, who gonna freestyle?
All right. So hold on. We do it live. We do it live. All right. So with that situation right there, you got hold on. You basically got Anthony Edwards. Basically, he didn't want to claim his 4 month-year-old child. He told the baby mama that he didn't want to have the child. She still wanted to go ahead and go through with it. So in his words, he basically said that, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do a full buyout for the whole 18 years, so he don't have to deal with the child. Now I got a clip of Ayesha. This is her message that she's speaking on right now about the whole situation, and I want to get y'all thoughts about that.
want the right or not? What happened? So, guys, I have been purposely staying off the internet. Reason being is because I don't want to come out of character from the things that are being written and commented, the lies that are being made up. And I know that if I put myself in position to respond, I'm then putting myself in position to defend my daughter and defending her of what has been written. There's no nice way to do it because people have been so ignorant and so cold-hearted towards a child. And funny enough, I don't know if it's been a year or two, but I remember when Trump wanted to push laws banning the rights to abortion.
All right, so I want to get y'all thoughts. How y'all feel about him wanting to do the buyout for his baby mama?
That had the internet turned up all week, man.
Now Ayesha Howard, she is the baby mama of little baby also. So she's already, I don't want to say she's a celebrity jump off, but she kind of one of these females that already, hang around the groups of celebrities. And now you got Anthony Edwards. He already told her he didn't want to have a baby. How y'all feel about him wanting to do the buyout for 18 years?
I feel like it's cool.
I mean, she did take the money. As far as I've been reading up on, she took the money that Anthony Edwards gave her for the abortion, pocketed it, and said, "I'm having the baby anyway." So that's entrapment right off rip.
That is true.
Sounds like gold digger vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly.
Ashley, how you feel about it?
She's muted.
You muted, Ashley.
Okay, yeah. I don't think that's entrapment. I feel like he knew what he was doing when he was screwing her. He knew he was going in raw. He knew what he released into her. He probably just was hoping she didn't get pregnant. But the fact that she did get pregnant, now you want to get rid of it. I don't feel like that's his decision to make. Like, once you get me pregnant, you get me pregnant. If I don't want to go through a process of an abortion, I don't want to go through it. Now, if you don't want to have a baby and you're trying to buy me out, I mean, I'm going to take the money. What's
So he's wrong for wanting an abortion?
Huh?
He's wrong for wanting an abortion?
No, I don't think he's wrong for one. I don't think he's wrong for wanting an abortion. I just feel like he was aware of what he was doing. So it shouldn't be no surprise that you got to jump off pregnant and now she wants some money.
So why not get rid of the baby and avoid all this though?
Yeah.
No, but
why not get rid of the baby and avoid all this?
Is she in it for the
for
money?
her, not to get rid of the baby. She not gonna get rid of her check. She look at it.
Exactly.
I feel like if she got rid of the baby, none of this would have been happening right now, honestly.
But she looking at the baby as a check. She ain't thinking nothing else. She
I'm
not
gonna say
that baby this little when you get an abortion.
I don't think.
Damn,
I'll be honest. I don't
like
really
that.
think. I don't think women should use like birth control as a form of contraceptive. I'm being honest. Like I'm not gonna sit right here and say birth control. Abortion should be thrown out the window. But I don't think women should just use it just to get rid of any and every single baby. Ultimately, he is at fault 100%. He is at fault. He was messing with a jump off, and he busted up in her. But if she did take some form of a buyout situation early on, shit, she need to get prosecuted or something. Something need to happen at that point. If she took,
it doesn't absolve her. I don't think it absolves her. I think we're looking at it because we're bringing a life into the world, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. But again, it's her intention. The baby mother's
intentions.
Her intentions was purely, okay, we had sex, we're adults, cool. But her telling Anthony Edwards after they had a conversation, like, hey, I really don't want this child. So here's the money for the abortion. Go ahead and all right, let's be done with it. And after she accepted the money, I think he gave her like $4 grand, whatever it was. But
yeah, I think it was like in the hundreds.
Yeah,
like,
she
like
accepted the money and kept it. That's entrapment.
Yeah.
That's entrapment. You're forcing a man to be a father that don't want to be a father. He clearly told her, I don't want this baby. So
Yeah.
do I think he's a villain? Yes and no, because now you're bringing in a child into the world that's not going to know her father, and she's going to hate, he or she is going to hate you
Yeah.
growing up. That's
Yeah.
the flip side.
That's what I'm saying. It's still gonna be a vicious cycle that's being played, because at the same time, yeah, he don't want to be a father, but he already made a mistake. So now he has to pick up the pieces to the mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or you just gonna keep creating broken homes. So he still got to play the part, do what he need to do, still be a father, but at the same time, yeah, he don't have to he don't have, he have to deal with the baby mama. And I'm not mad at the buyout situation so that he don't have to deal with her. But him saying that he don't want to deal with the child, now he just create another broken home, and he just playing a game that he probably not ready to play, I would say. You got to move accordingly, I would say, if you're gonna be on that level.
Anthony Edwards is like 22, 23, right?
Yeah, he young.
Oh,
He
he's
young.
young. I mean, I think it speaks on both of their characters as far as like him making the decision, her making the decision. They both lay down with each other, and she decides she wants the baby. He decides he don't want the baby. Regardless of what conversation had before that, they're both bringing in this baby. She's in it for the money. He don't want it. He wants to leave this baby without a father. It speaks on both of their character as far as human beings. Like, what are y'all doing? Get it together. And I don't think it's entrapment, because he made the decision. He knew what was going to come out of it. He knew. Like, you can't lay with somebody and do what you do and expect, he's young, yes, but at the end of the day,
how would you say it's entrapment if he the one had to initiate it? Like, he initiated nothing in her. If anything, you trapped her to make the decision: should she carry this baby, or should she go through the stress and emotional health, mental stress of getting rid of this baby? Getting rid of an abortion is not an easy thing to go through. Like, you're ripping a life from your womb. Like, women are here to create life. That sends women through a mental and emotional spiral. Like, if you don't want the baby, you shouldn't have done it in me. Point blank period.
See,
Like,
that's the oh, go ahead, Mike.
Why she let him go in wrong?
Exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it goes both ways. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I
So,
mean,
Listen.
I mean,
You listen. Y'all know how I go with the females. When you about to have sex with the female will ask you, "Do you have a condom or not?" If you ain't got no condom and she still let you do it, you should be thinking about, man, hold on, man, she ain't asking about no condom or what?
True.
That means
That's
both
a
of y'all
flag
let
right
See,
there.
I was
he
like, I'm
young,
about
dumb,
to
and rich.
dive in.
Yeah, real talk. He
About that
young,
money.
dumb, and rich.
She
Yeah, I
think
mean
about that money. She think about that money. That man could have gave her something else on the other end that she couldn't get rid of.
yeah.
He could have, vice versa. She could have gave her something. Like, you gotta understand what's going on, and you in Atlanta, so it's like it's a lot of stuff going on, man. He a young, wild, horny,
Yeah.
rich basketball player. They know what's going on. This ain't gonna be his first time. He got 4 kids already.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
Got
it's
a
I mean,
girlfriend that stay at the house.
oh, that's just
I will say at that point, I would say, yeah, he definitely part of the problem. Like I said, you of course you're gonna have the women that's kind of like vultures at that point in time, the ones that's around like that, 25, probably 30, looking for that easy meal check. Yeah, I got an athlete, but at the same time, it's really the athlete's fault. If you going in it unprotected, you busting, you doing all this random stuff, you getting extra freaky with it. The buns is making you crash out. It's your fault at that point. Yeah, the buns making you crash out is your fault at that point. If you
Guess
that
what though?
situation
He got
now,
$200 million contracts. He's real.
you kind of broke up.
Nothing, man. You can get better, but it's bad though. You should be in your child life. Like, don't just run away from your child responsibility. Even if you pay them, you should want to know. Your child should want to know who their father is. Like that's
Yeah,
bad. They're gonna
Absolutely.
know when they grow up anyway. Or your
that
daddy
is true.
Anthony Edwards, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's already gonna be there. Like, so he shouldn't have that type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna mess with
No,
baby
that's fact.
mama. Just pay what you gotta pay and take care of your child. That's it, man. Be in your child life. Like, you're a superstar. You're an athlete. People will want to see, like, damn, my pop Anthony Edwards. I'm at the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exciting for a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's
Growing up
facts.
seeing that.
I mean, it's gonna come out eventually, but it's one of them things when you live that type of lifestyle, you're at a point to where you can, move and shuffle kids around. I'm not saying it's right, but like I said, I think that's the game that a lot of those women have to play when they want to, deal with people on that level. It's levels to everybody. You're gonna have to deal with certain things. I think when you get to those levels, those type of guys, especially if they telling you they don't want it and you still go through with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is what you got to deal with.
Why would you bring your child in that world when this man don't want the baby? Like,
it's a milk.
Already gave you
yeah.
Little baby, her baby daddy. They say little baby got her a house, car, like everything paid for. Like he got it set up for them. Like all his baby mom, he got it set up for them. So it's like I don't understand. Like why would you? But you just never know. Like her and Anthony Edwards probably link up. It's probably
now check this out. Check this out. She started clapping back at the internet, like at the females, basically saying some of the things that people were saying that she's a gold digger, the whole nine. She started clapping back at y'all, the regular females, the day-to-day females. She started clapping back at y'all, explaining how y'all some bullshit. So I'm about to play that clip so y'all can see what she's talking about. I was actually shocked when I saw it. Give me a second. We do it live.
Is that true? She's 38.
Yes, she is.
Damn.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that gives the conversation.
The only thing that irritates me is it's no beating those allegations at all. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, "Oh, you're a gold digger," or "You kept the baby for a check." What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby?
Holy shit.
Oh my God. I did not see that one.
Damn.
All
right,
yeah, she ain't wasting no time.
Oh, wow.
She didn't. So how y'all feel about? Okay, that's why I say, man, I think all women gonna play the game regardless. Like the ones who want to have a kid, who want to have a family, they all gonna play the game. They all gonna get a guy, and they still want to go through possibly having a child. But the guy you get in the game you play is really gonna be from female to female. So now you got a female who maybe got a bigger fish. How y'all feel about her clapping at y'all, saying that y'all might have little fish?
I ain't having no kids.
Damn, flat out.
You smart.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But Jay, let me ask you this though, or let me ask the whole panel. Let me ask the whole panel. Being that you now know that she's 38, she's not a dummy. She's 38.
Yeah, she's 38.
She probably got that. She probably got that snapback. But
yeah,
it's not her first child. Lil Baby is her other baby daddy, and she's clearly letting the females know, like, look, this is what I did. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, from a man's point of view, that has gold digger written all over it, and she's not denying it. She's like, look, you had a baby with the neighborhood drug dealer, or you had a baby with the neighborhood Jody. I just happened to get an NBA player and a rapper. So you jealous? You jelly? That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's showing her bad. That is showing her bad intentions. She don't care, and this was a chess move. It's not checkers. She moved the pieces around the board, and it's like, okay, I'm the queen, and I'm gonna use these babies as pawns to get what I want. That's not a wife. That's not a wife.
Yeah, I'll say at that point, I think, I mean, I don't think she really deserved anything at that point. I mean, if he doesn't want to be in the baby's life, I understand. Don't get me wrong, it was still on his fault, but I could see why he wouldn't want to be around her at all, just because, the premise of where everything is going at, to the way how she's using the children and everything. But like I said, it still falls back on him though, too, for not having dick discernment.
Yeah. I think this story would probably take a a better turn.
Yeah.
If I may just segue for a second, if he took the route like Tyrese is a good father.
Yeah.
And he's actively involved in both of his daughters' lives. They know him as daddy. They don't know him as Tyrese. They know him as daddy, dad. Right. So it would be different if he bought her out and said, you know what, give me my child.
Yeah.
Give me my child. We would be having a different conversation, and he wouldn't be the villain. He would be the superhero now.
I will say
we would be looking at her crazy.
No, for sure. Tyrese had a lot of crash out situations too, man. That's why I'm about to show y'all a picture real quick, because that's why I say, man, of course we all know women are beautiful, but then you have some women who, like, you know, send these dudes down just to roll, just to crash out even more. Let me see. Hold on real quick. And this, I ain't gonna lie, like, y'all don't say I'm simping, because I'm not, first and foremost. But she does have a hold on real quick. Why is it not doing that? Hold on. She got a nice body. She got artificial abs. She look like a fucking AI robot.
Oh shit!
Like an AI robot, man. Like, you know, but this is the type of women you really need to avoid, though, at the same time. But that's what I'm saying. If you see a woman with this type of AI robot structure, you probably need to somewhat avoid that. But like I said, when these guys playing these fields and a lot of guys get drawn to it, it's like, oh, I want this. Oh, I need this in my life. But ultimately, you can get something a lot simpler and not have to go through this. You got to think about it. He literally paid $1 million to bust her down a few times.
Nigga stupid.
Basically, if you think about it, he paid $1 million to bust her down.
That's too much.
A question that I always had was, why do these dudes like mess with the same group of women? It's like the same group of women get passed around. I never understood that.
Yeah.
And then you had the good girls.
That's what it is. Like, you only got a couple of different players that's different. Got their family, got their wife, got their organization. The rest of them boys is just everybody in the same circle. You see everybody in the same circle. The same girls be at all the clubs you go to. They be at the games with y'all. They be in the same circle. So it's like, if you gonna bite, if you gonna be sweet and bite that bait, you gonna get real then. That's all that is. He should have known that though. But like, this little baby mama, okay. He had a baby by her before he was rapping and whatever, like a stopper. He was like the guy, like you said earlier, he was like a dope boy, a street cat. So they knew him. So it's like, once he seen that, it's like, you should know, like, I'm not about to do that because I already know what's coming out of it.
Yeah, you already know what.
Come on, man, you know that. You're not about to do that.
So even if you don't know the woman's intention and she still get what she want out of you, is that her fault at that point? Because if you a millionaire man,
no, that's
you got
your fault for being naive at that point.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, I give it strictly to him. You're $1 million man. You should be moving different when it comes to
horniness. Will take you down the route that he's going down.
100%.
Yeah.
And he's young too.
Yeah,
he's young, so easy to manipulate.
Yeah. Oh, can we say dick?
Yeah, you good.
Oh.
I feel like as well. A lot of guys usually have a lot of ego once they feel like they made it to the top. You know what I mean? I'm not speaking for all the guys, but I just feel like once you got that bread, you feel like you the king. You know, you got the world in your hands.
Man, niggas can get a haircut and think they're the king.
You know, I'm just saying that's just the ego boost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. So that's probably.
I will say this though, but when you make it to his level, though, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, he is on a level beyond just the average guy. He can do and move a little bit differently. I'm not saying he should be stupid, but when you do work through the ranks to become an Anthony Edwards, I hate to say it, you are that guy at that point.
Right.
I mean, you are. But
imagine how many niggas got baby mamas they can't stand that they wish they had the money just to give it to her and then not have to deal with it.
I think a lot of guys would do that.
A lot of niggas
But he did that.
Understand why is this such a big conversation? I feel like it's just people. It's a lot of females wishing they had baby daddies that just giving them the whole amount of child support. Shit, I have a child and I'm a single mom, and if my son dad just said, here go so and so amount of money, okay,
you gonna take the payout.
Wouldn't have said nothing. Got the fuck.
Yeah. I'll take care of the baby. Don't worry, I got you.
It's a nigga that's gonna be. It's a nigga out there that's gonna help me take care of my child and gonna be a better father.
Right.
So.
I think ultimately too. I think, like I said, I think it matters on how. Hey, somebody background a little loud.
No, a little windy.
I think ultimately it matters on how we start the situations off. I think if we keep starting a lot of broken situations, you're just gonna have more and more broken situations. I think people need to go into it with a little bit more discernment on what they want, a plan, the woman and the man, and not just going in it just to have a good time, but really survive for a long time. That's what I think.
So you guys think money?
I'm married, so I might have more of a different approach. I'm not in the crash out culture like all the rest of y'all. So Hold
on now.
I'll just play. Hey,
I'm married.
I know you. I know you are.
Hey, it's married people crashing out every day. It's so many married men in my inbox. It be like, dang.
Hey Jay, let me ask you a question. Do you think that it's just a general question? I'll ask the chat of the ladies.
Okay.
Do you think that this is a kinfolk question? Do you think that baby mama culture has destroyed Black America? Because I don't hear nobody saying, yeah, this is my wife. This is my wife. This is my wife. I keep hearing baby mama, baby mama, baby mama, baby mama. That shit is destroying us.
Yeah.
Everybody is a baby mama. Nobody
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah, I think so because when I think women get into the point now where they're kind of like they can do what they want to do and they kind of fed up with the way how I guess guys naturally move. So ultimately now they still want to have a baby though, because women y'all still want to have a kid most of the time, and y'all still kind of want to have that family aspect. But now y'all feel like y'all can disconnect because y'all don't really need to have a guy in the household, because if you look at society, you can kind of make society your man at the end of the day, because guys are always going to keep giving you that attention. You can kind of outsource getting food, getting shelter, different things that you would look for a man for. You don't have to. So now you can just kind of do it on your own, but ultimately you still never alone though. It's always a guy behind the scenes. You never really by yourself.
Is that women liberation? Like, a female think they can do everything a guy can do, so it's like they really don't be needing, like a lot of females really don't need guys at the end of the day,
I'll say this: society's gotten so advanced to where, to a certain degree, they don't need one like directly in the house anymore. But ultimately, they gonna need one in the long run. I would say.
I don't
Families
feel like
definitely need it.
Need one in the house. I feel like we have learned to adapt to not having one in the house. Like, it's not that you can't tell me it's any woman just don't want a man in her household, because it's just the way the system had it set up. Like, people on Section 8 or people in the projects, if they find out a man staying with you, you're going to lose what you have. So you have to become head of your household in order to provide. And you sneaking a man in, but that still shows you want a man with you. Like, I don't feel like women just don't want a man or don't need a man. It's just the way the system set up to make the woman have to be the head of household when it comes to the government. And then they're trying to oppress Black people. So they're making it harder for kids or Black people to have a 2-parent household. And so now women are just adapting because that's what we've always known to do. We adapt.
No, I think y'all kind of just accepted the the lie on being alone. And I think y'all kind of got comfort with the lie and kind of being alone, and I can do it on my own. I can be by myself. I don't need to listen to this man's leadership in the household, or see, y'all don't like control a lot of the times too. Y'all feel like control is a problem. And when I say control, it's not the fact that the guy just want to stop you from doing the things you want to do, but a lot of the time guys can kind of put that that leadership role in play, and y'all feel like, ooh, I don't like that, and it
because a lot of niggas just want to be loud and want to be heard. A lot of niggas don't know how to lead. And so when a woman see a better way and then you try to give that information to a man will feel like, oh, I know better than you, so I'm not going to listen to you. Whole time, he don't know what the hell he doing.
Well,
if you listen to a man, you can do it yourself.
If you pick the right guy, you shouldn't even have to ask that question.
We don't know who the right guy is. Shit.
You need to learn.
what we going through if we knew who the right nigga was.
You need to learn.
We'll
But
tell
go
our
ahead, Z. What you about to say, Z?
homegirls,
What you about to say?
tell our homegirls, girl, it's the one. It's the one. Bitch, so as soon as you say that nigga number, bitch, goddamn it, he cutting up. I got to let him go. Got to let him go. We don't know who the right. Because y'all good at giving y'all representative. When y'all get y'all representative, y'all top tier.
It's
Z,
not,
what you got to say?
It's not even the fact about being alone. It's like, why would I depend on a man that's probably not gonna stay here? It's gonna go off and do whatever he wants at the end of the day.
Why he gonna stay? Why he gonna leave? What's gonna make you leave?
No, what's gonna make him leave is the question. Niggas cheat.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
do all type of shit
but you know, everybody don't cheat though.
Everybody don't cheat.
Everybody don't cheat.
Out constantly.
You know what I mean? It goes
man, y'all know black men don't cheat. Don't do that.
Oh, I know you lying. I know you lying.
But for real though, like, what's gonna make a man cheat? You gotta understand, if you with a guy, if he can accept all your flaws, you can accept all his flaws. Like, what's gonna make it not work with you guys? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes,
that's understandable, but every man don't think the same.
Hey, what's going on? Pause that real quick. What's going on, Mind Tank? I know I saw you in here earlier, man. We was trying to get everything set up. You go and introduce yourself real quick.
What's up, everybody? My name is Damn Thorough, but my channel's called Mind_Tank. Just doing what we all doing here. Everybody on the panel talking about. Happy to be on the panel, and hello to everybody.
Yeah, thank you for being here, man.
What's on, bro?
Z, you can go ahead and continue back to what you were saying. You remember?
No, I don't remember.
It's spicy.
I know the cutoffs be real. I'm sorry.
No, Z was saying that she needs a man in her life. That's all. That's all.
Man,
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You know.
She alluded to dudes cheating. She alluded to Z. You alluded to dudes cheating, but let me break this down for you just using numbers, right? So in America, I get my stats from blackdemographics.com, FYI. If black men cheat at a 28% rate and black women cheat at a 24% rate, and it goes even the ones that don't go reported, so they could be cheating at a higher rate, or it's damn near even. The difference is 4%. 54% of black men in America are single and childless. There's a plethora of single black men, quality black men. So it's not that they're leaving. Take infidelity and abuse off the table. Why are our women not staying with the men that they're creating lives with?
Maybe that man can't provide in the right way that woman wants.
What
provide? Put a number on it. Meaning what?
I don't do numbers like you.
You said provide. So
maybe
a
man up and cooking shit. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
A man shouldn't just be reduced to his wallet. It's he's more than just a wallet.
Exactly, but he wants to be the provider when he comes in this household.
Yeah, I'll say this much. I hate to make it about me because it's really not about me. It's about my brothers, right? But if you were born and raised, my parents been married. They'll be celebrating 39 years of marriage. So marriage means it's important to me, right? So all of the things that I've learned as a young child, my mother and my father instilled in me. I can cook, I can clean. I did 8 years in the military. I'm a well-traveled man. We could call it domesticated. I'm domesticated, and my lady thanks me. But it's the yin and the yang. You have to show some discernment of the dudes that you're dating, because if you're just going to reduce a man to, oh, he don't provide. Well, the majority of black men are employed with decent jobs. So if you're just looking for money, that money never ends. What about the character? Is he treating you with respect? Can y'all communicate when you have an issue, and don't run when you have an issue? As long as cheating and abuse is off the table, all right, work your differences out. We only got one life to live.
But everybody don't do communication.
How far back does these statistics run? Because if you think about it, if a woman in this scenario is being raised by a single mom, what makes you think she can differ or differentiate what a good man looks like if she's not making that decision to be with a good man. She's making all these decisions to be with dudes who don't provide, dudes, So it's a little more than just a simple answer, because these households have been
damaged.
I want to say this real quick. Hold on. Now check this out. Now a lot of the guys that y'all talking about, y'all don't even realize that y'all don't even look at majority of the guys that's in America. Y'all find majority of guys unattractive. So those guys that you talking about are the guys that make y'all cat tingle, make y'all feel a certain type. The vibe is there. Damn, he tall. Shit, he look. Those are the guys that y'all talking about. You're not talking about the regular guy who out there trying to get it, who got his head down, staying focused. You're not focused on that guy. So when y'all sit right here and say that there's no, they're there. You just ain't looking at them. And then once he glows up, then you start looking like, oh shit, he is there. But at that point,
they
it's probably
definitely are
too late.
there, is what I'm saying. Not they
For
are
sure.
They just don't care. No, I'm playing.
They just don't care. A lot of y'all kind of overlook majority of the guys that's walking around. Oh, no, I don't like him. He weird. He so funny.
It's just we get the ick.
Why I thought about Ali.
That ick is probably that's gonna be
Yeah, like
why you looking at me like that?
Like we just get the ick and we don't want to talk to you no more. Like
he gonna be the one to hold you down, probably the same dude that you saying he just don't turn you on. He a little awkward. That's gonna be the guy that's gonna hold you down. But you want the guy that's really gonna give you that vibe and that energy to really make you feel a certain way. And then it's a possibility that it can go down two different roads. It's a chance that y'all might ride off into the sunset, but there's also a chance that he can send you down a path of destruction too, possibly.
So one of my biggest fears is dating an ugly nigga that I gave a chance, and then he played me.
Still do.
And he played me anyway.
Why?
And that's what
it's a 50 chance in my.
Yeah,
so 50, you know.
Damn.
You want no try.
Mind Tank, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but we forgetting also, don't women outnumber the men as well?
For sure.
Yeah, it's more y'all.
So it's
more y'all that like that doesn't make any sense.
It's not enough men to go around.
What's the name say? God rest his soul. Kevin Samuels. He said if you snap your fingers and just paired up every black woman and every black man tomorrow, there would still be an excess of 2 million more black women left over. So take black men off the table now. What do you say of the plethora of women that would be left over, childless or nah? You're gonna have to adapt, especially if you want a good man. Like the black men are gone now. Now you got the white boys, the Latin, the Arabic dudes, and the Asian dudes. You're gonna have to adjust if you want a good, decent man. Now the black men are gone.
I love white.
Exactly.
I ain't picking no Asian.
Z, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Z. Stop it. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and roll into the next topic because we was on that one for a minute and I didn't even realize it. So let's roll into the next topic. Give me just a second. We do it live. We do it live. One second.
Two penny homes and it's a curse. There's an onion. There's so many layers.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
That's about to be a good one.
Close them doors.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
Close them goddamn doors.
Close the doors.
Hey, everybody.
Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all hold and seated, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here.
Never would have.
So this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or if you're giving tangibly,
look at that watch.
I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar. I need to see 1,000 people.
Man, show that watch, cut.
Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now.
Shit.
Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
Oh Lord.
So
I think he had watched Boosie when Boosie said, "Put your pussy on live." That man kept saying $1,000.
Oh God.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear what the lady said? Did y'all hear what the lady said on TikTok about the situation?
no.
She said it was a fundraiser, and they do that like every year. And he put his own 40,000. I guess he wanted the congregation to come. With
That
the
sounds like his fault.
Never would have paid.
Yeah, but you can't give no price on that like that. You gotta just take whatever you like. You like, come on, man, you don't know what people going through that week. You don't know what done happened that day of, the day before. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, I want $20 from everybody." The people back here, I want $100.
Everybody get $20, but bro,
$5.
I'm surprised he was pulling that card. If y'all donate $20, we're gonna go ahead and bless everybody, pray for everybody, every brother, sister in here. You know, you can have the Holy Ghost in you. Hallelujah.
I think at one point, yeah, Highway 20 said that's extortion and robbery. That's funny. No, I think at one point,
no, that's
and I'm not religious. I'm not religious anymore, whatnot. But I think that I think at one point the church meant something to the community.
Mm-hmm.
It really meant something. Where they were really trying to help the community, help people out on a spiritual level. But once you start involving church and state,
mm-hmm.
and once you combine those two together, and then you add the influx of like extreme level capitalism, you rip all the spirituality away. And it's mainly about a lot of the money. A lot of the time with these mega churches, you saw his watch on his wrist, bro. This man was iced out, bro. It definitely like a rollie.
Song, so he got.
Now, I want to know what he driving.
I mean,
probably a Bentley.
But think about this though. He done
Nigga had already.
He's been a pastor for years though, so it's like, you know how people. You got to think about it. You know how people be like, man, the church robbing people. Church robbing people. That's why I don't go to church. This, that, and third. But you got so many people that believe in him and go to church to hear that word, thinking when they go to church, get prayer over them, like it's gonna be better the next day. Or the pastor told me this is happening. This, that, you know.
On another level, it might not be wise to be going to churches where the pastor used to be pimps, or somewhere in that line of field. It just not be available to be listening to somebody that used to be that. Everybody still had it in their spirit, and then he ain't talking about nothing that's in the Bible anyway. So,
bro, he already had the money calculated, bro. He's done that before, bro.
Talk about it.
But you got guys. Come on, pastors though. You got some solid pastors. It's with our religion. A lot of religions do the same type thing. They just say it in a different way. They do things in a different way. It's real pastors like that, but it's a lot of scandalous pastors too. You know how that goes. Like it just sounds.
Do y'all feel like the church is do y'all feel like ultimately it's helping or hurting the I don't want to say black community, but I'm gonna say black community?
Nah, it is. It is. I don't think so.
I hear difference of opinions.
I don't think it really matter at this point, because like they're not pulling in youth or anybody who could be, you know what I mean? And church, I hate to say it, but church folk are the most like judgmental folks I've ever been around.
Facts.
The most judgmental. So it's like you can't really keep the youth in there because all of the older people that's in there who's supposed to be uplifting and guiding the younger people, they don't even like it's a lot going on in there. It's just a lot going on.
I ain't been to church in a while, but I just know like they say we down here in Savannah, they say it's a pastor like he hip, like so he can relate to the younger crowd, and a lot of younger people go to him, and
I don't like that though.
You got certain young kids, man, they just need some type of understanding and they need some type of speak from somebody that can lead them into the right direction. Just think about it. Just think about if you got a young kid that's just going down the wrong path, and a pastor can tell anybody, pastor, Jehovah Witness, Muslims, anything. What if they can steer him the right way, and he just feel like, okay, this is the way. Everybody, that's just like when you wake up every morning, you pray. You got some people that's what? You got Muslims, you got Catholics, Christians, Jehovah. It's so many religions. It's all about what you intake better. What religion you intake better. You got some people don't believe in nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all of these religions are like institutions. There's a difference between actually following like the faith of the religion or the institution of it, because it's like you got these hierarchies and these these tiers as far as like even with Roman Catholicism, it still taints every part of the branch or the tree of Christianity because it's got some hand in it. So, and then on the tax level, like you said, with the government and state being involved, so it's tainted. It's really hard to get the real message or find out who's giving the real message because there's so many gray areas and nuances.
Yeah, it feels like it gets to a point to where it goes beyond me actually, paying tithes to where I'm actually paying your lifestyle almost. Like I say, when you involve the modern world into it, it takes a lot of the what it's supposed to be for out of it. Now you got private jets and you got like fancy cars and shit. You more worldly than me. You know what I'm saying? Like why are you more worldly than me? So it gets really strange at that point. So because at one point, man, I'm not gonna lie, if I was to follow anything, if I was to go back down that road of religion, I was a Hebrew Israelite at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because they actually preached the Bible and more of they went more into the scriptures and it was way more in depth. But after a while, I started seeing the flaws and the hypocrisy in that too, which made me get out of it completely. But if I had to really say which one was really like kind of standing on it for is like really trying to reach to the people, I would say it would be them. Outside of like money, the whole nine. So that's my thoughts though.
I agree with that too. I don't know that identify with them because it's a lot of hate involved with some of the groups, but I kind of lean down that way too.
And that's why I started finding myself becoming a very hateful person. This was in my 20s, to where I started seeing myself becoming a very hateful person and just like, ooh, I was hell on wheels at that point, with the information and the knowledge and the way how I knew how I was and how other people was around me. It was turning me into something I didn't like and appreciate. So once I started finding the flaws and all of that, it pushed me out to just being more spiritual and finding just like natural spirituality and not being so, I guess, brainwashed.
And it's
to a
levels
certain degree.
It's levels to that church. It's levels to that church because you got rich churches, you got rich pastors, and you got churches that can only fit 50 people in there. Like, so how do y'all feel about that pastor that got the congregation of 50 people, the small church that look like a house? What you think he preaching to his church? And offering, you give me $2, $3. When I came up in the church, I came up Jehovah's Witness with my grandma. Like all of it's the same situations, but in the church, it's like when you go into church, it's more holiness. It's loud, they dancing. But when you go in the meeting with the Jehovah's Witness, they singing like they like it's quiet in there. You got a speaker coming. He sit down, he talk to the people. You sit down, it's quiet. There ain't no hallelujah, ain't nothing, none of that. You just go in there, sit and talk. It's just like a meeting. You give them your money. Everybody take tithes and offerings. Everybody take that. I ain't never been to a church.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like y'all saying that we
offerings. Hold on. With the tithes and offerings, I had, I'm in Texas now. Now they done advanced from the little basket passing around. Now they got Cashapp. They got this, that, and the third.
Hey, sister, go ahead and scan this barcode real quick. That's the Cashapp. Sister, that's the Cashapp right there.
You can't walk out.
They said, y'all got y'all tithes and offerings. I said, dang, all I got is my Cashapp card. So the usher came and was like, oh, you got your Cashapp card? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, all right, I think Deacon so-and-so, he got a Cashapp that you can send the money to. Dang. I said, okay, so I get on my Cashapp. I done sent the money to the deacon. I happen to look at my Cashapp because the deacon and the lady that I was just talking to, they looking at me. I said, well, why they looking at me? Y'all, my Cashapp name is Big Body Ash.
Oh.
I say, Lord,
is that sister Ash right there on the camera?
Sister need a good prayer.
Well, go ahead and send that. We'll about look that. We'll about look all of that. Just send the money.
Amen.
Can Sister Ash stand up in the church, please?
Look, I looked at Tyree. Tyree was just sitting in the pew looking at me. I was like, man, you don't even understand what's going on, son. I am so embarrassed. We can't never come back here.
No, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I think it's definitely transitioning into something else. Like I'm not saying like, people shouldn't. You definitely need to believe in something. And I think religious groups can be somewhat okay, but when it gets to extreme forms of where I got to give you my all to make sure this foundation thrives. Like you got people who done died with the mindset that I got to give my last. I'm gonna give this before I pay my rent. Like think about it, man. We got a lot of elders who died with that mentality.
Grandma was like that.
That shit's scary.
She went to Bishop Eddie Long Church in Atlanta. That was like a big church. That was like it was like an old Walmart or something. So it was like a big congregation. So you know you gotta give tithes and all of that because you pay towards everything, but he'll come to church, Hummer, Corvettes. He parked.
Damn.
Like he was living like a rock star.
That man pulling up.
That's just like that's
crazy.
Like a concert. Every Sunday he getting a couple 100,000.
Yeah.
Like a concert. Like
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like my example of tithes and offering is like what I do in the street, right? Like seeing homeless people and giving them something to eat. Like I never believed in giving money to the church because there's people in the world that really need when the church is doing probably just fine. I never hear the churches say, "Hey, go do this out here," or I mean, they've done that before, but it's not as many times as they do it as much as they're bringing the money in.
Yeah. I've been kind of hit or miss with like home. Go ahead, Mike.
Pastors go to college and speak the word. They go to school. They go to college. So it's like
that's crazy to me.
All that could be inside of like you learning that in college, like pulling the people into you, like make the people want to come to you every Sunday, make the people listen to you. It's like you're a leader. So it's like they not about to stop like saying what they say. Like every Sunday, like they have a different. We're gonna look in the book of this, that, and the third. We're gonna speak about that. And
let me ask you something, Jay.
Well, I want to combat what you, but I'm not gonna combat it. But I want to respond to what you said, Heem. Like when you said like your version of giving back is like giving the homeless or whatnot. Like I'm cool with all that. But sometimes I feel like that's kind of like enabling certain behaviors or whatnot. I'm okay with giving to the homeless, but ultimately, sometimes when I see certain homeless people, it's like, man, this motherfucker, like, you see him out here. This dude look damn near healthier than me.
Right. I didn't want to make the example just about the homeless. I get what you're saying, but it's more so like because sometimes God send them to me. Like I'm not just out to help everybody, but it'll be that one time. Like I've had people stop me in the store. Hey, can you do this for me real quick? Or like even on my way home this morning, I was coming from the grocery store and the old lady was just like, I was already going to help her, but she was like, hey, can you help me, put these groceries in the car? Even small things like that matter to me. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's just like it's keeping that going. It's keeping the balance in the world. No,
I get it. Exactly. But I guess that's sometimes where my empathy. I have empathy, but at the same time, it goes out the window because I see how hard I have to get it and go at it to where it's like, damn, why you not doing the same almost? But I guess that's what my brain get wired a different type way, and then that kind of goes out the window sometimes when I see certain behaviors going on. When I see an able-bodied being, damn near more healthy looking than me, and you out here begging when I got to go out here and get it every day. You feel me? And do multiple things, extra things. I don't like that sometimes.
I ain't gonna lie. When I see, like, every time I see somebody, like, not every time, but if I see somebody like on the side of the road, like they got their help sign up, this, that, and the third. If I got $1 to my pocket, I give it to them. But I done talked to some people that said, like, it's a group of them. It's a group of those people that do that. They hustle together. At the end of the night, they stay together, get a hotel room, stay together. But that's a lot of money. Think about it. If you pass up 100 cars and they give you $1 or $2, that's $200-$300 in a day.
That's facts. That's more than what some people make in a day.
Yeah.
I find like I agree with what y'all said, but I find when it be in my spirit, I give it. I give to people that are in need. But sometimes a homeless person will come up to me and I'll give them money for beer. Like, look, can I get a beer here, man? Go and get you a drink. She was honest,
He isn't.
Right. You ain't gonna stop nothing that they doing. Whatever that, like you say, that beer gonna keep them going. Whatever it is, because you don't got to be around. That's when that might be the only time you see them in your life. Man, get these $2 and keep it moving. God bless you.
It be some
I feel like that's enabling sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not trying to be super unempathetic, but I feel like that's enabling the bad behavior sometimes. Sometimes you gotta like cut things off or like just immediately, but they probably gonna do it anyway. But I understand is the way you coming from to the way you kind of like, hey man, just gonna have a good time. But I feel like that's kind of like enabling sometimes. Some people
might be going through
start them out.
I need advice.
Yeah. Hey, JayBReacts, go ahead and introduce yourself, big dog.
I'm a nobody. I live in a nobody state.
Texas.
Whoa, now.
Big Texas
Don't do
over
Texas
there.
like that.
JayBReacts. I'm always there, probably older than all y'all. I'm the old head.
What's up?
I know. But nah, y'all looking good, man. Everybody doing good over there?
Yeah, brother. How about yourself,
sir?
Good. Good.
All right, so
yeah,
I guess we're going. Yeah, go ahead. What you about to say?
Go ahead. Next topic, man.
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and switch it on, y'all. I don't want this to be too long. We coming up to like the hour mark, so this will be too long.
Hey, Jay, sometimes you gotta feed their beast. Give them that money to buy that beer and cigarettes.
Hey, for real, go ahead and give them that crash out energy.
Because if you ain't gonna give it to the next person,
no, that's funny. This thing. Hold on. Do. What the hell?
Someone's in the hood. Hold up.
I know y'all heard that too.
Yeah.
I'm in the hood.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hey, can y'all also y'all not say anything during the video because you can hear it?
Got you.
All right.
You know, you came up in an era, Miss Rashad, where dignity and grace were everything. But you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now, and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
No, you'd have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
No, I should have wore some other pants.
You got your
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
elbow, shoulder over here.
You know,
you want my coat?
The young ladies are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. And something has happened in popular culture. You know, and I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way. But you're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing. But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that. Right?
I grew up on Method Man saying, wearing 3/4 of cloth, never showing your stuff off. Boo.
That's right. But not only that, you know, it's like there's today's designers. I mean, there's ways, you know, there are other things, and I just
leave something to the imagination.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Some things are for my eyes only, you know.
Yep, and like you said, there are ways of being sexy without showing so much.
Oh, please, and that's really not sexy.
I mean, one of the most sexiest, most beautiful pictures is you. I forgot what year it was, but you got on like a basketball jersey and like some jeans, you eating some popcorn. That's an iconic picture.
Is it the white jersey?
Yes.
That was that
is a beautiful picture. That's like that is the epitome of sexy.
How y'all feel about that?
What you think, Hollywood? They're talking about you, dog.
Claire Huxtable, aka Phylicia Rashad, was America's second mom, at least in my generation. You know what I mean? I'm Gen X. I'll be 48, God willing, this year. That was the second mom. I felt like watching her on the Cosby Show. I felt like that was my pseudo second mom. She led with grace and elegance. That was like the black family that you was like, yo, if I could meet somebody in real life to mirror this, like she's a lawyer and her husband is a doctor. They live in a brownstone, sort of like Brooklyn or whatever. Like this is the black family to mirror. And I think that kind of togetherness, it got lost in the sauce somewhere as soon as we moved into the new millennium. Anyway.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with you.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I agree with you, but I think that was a fraud. I grew up like that family. My family's like the Cosbys. They all got degrees and stuff. We all divided right now. We still going through it, the same thing like other families go through. That stuff is just a fraud, man.
I'm gonna
That's
say
that.
this.
Go ahead.
Regardless of how she the Huxtables, the show, the whole thing, she did like the way how she was on camera, she was like that off camera. You know, ultimately the premise of what she's saying is women showing their bodies a little bit more, you know, exotically than how they used to. She's saying women on college campuses, they showing a lot more skin. You know, you got chicks with their, you know, they booty cheeks out constantly. You know, ultimately we still don't mind looking at it. We guys, you know, so for us, we're gonna get a glimpse. But ultimately, she's saying that women probably shouldn't dress like that, you know, in public.
Let me ask something. I don't
Ashley,
think
you muted.
You
You
muted.
muted, Ashley.
You muted, Ash.
You muted.
You muted, Ash.
No.
There you go.
Old as hell, Lord. I say, I promise you, if I lose about 20 more pounds, Phylicia gonna hate me, cause I'm gonna be outside this summer in Texas.
Hold on, pause that real quick, Ashley. Hey, highway skinny. Yes. I was just talking to my wife about the bubble skirts at Disneyland. She showed me that. Yes, like the booty cheeks was out at least about 3 inches. At Disneyland, kids everywhere is getting a little bit too common the way you just got cheeks as an accessory for the clothing. But Ashley, go ahead and finish what you about to say.
It's a place and time. No, I was just saying, if I lose 20 more pounds, Phylicia gonna hate me, because everything could be out.
Damn.
Why?
Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
And
Yeah.
I ain't got no titties. I got the ass. I got the hip. I ain't got no titties.
Why you feel like you need to do that?
Because I want to do it. I don't give a damn who don't like it. I feel like any woman should do whatever she feel like. And I feel like that's the thing. If Phylicia feels like you shouldn't do it based off a man's opinion, that's her opinion. Every woman don't think based off of a man's opinion. If I
You're not a man though. You got kids out here, so you want a little ass kid to walk past you. You got your ass.
No. I said that's why it's a time and place for everything. Like, I know I got a big ass. I'm not finna go to no picnic with no churn around there with some booty shorts on. Now I done had kids because I have a son. I done went to his daycare, done picked him up one time, and he done got upset because the little kids ran up to me and they hugging on me. And he'll be like, "Mama, you can't do that." And I'll be like, "Why?" He said, "Because they touching your butt." And I don't like that.
Kids, bro, young boys know. Young boys know, and that's why a lot of them end up being embarrassed and they end up being upset with y'all. But y'all don't really know because y'all just be doing y'all thing. Y'all be moving how y'all move. But a lot of young boys are upset, you know, when they moms, you know, you always trying to kind of protect your mom. So, but I'm saying, like, you doing that, what type of reaction do you want? Is it a reaction that you want? Or you just doing it just because you want to feel a certain way?
Don't do it just because they do it. Like, if you got a plus size woman that lose weight, she's definitely going to show out when she finally can get in the clothes that she's been wanting to be in. And it don't mean that she only doing it for somebody else's opinion. She's doing it because she feels good. She feels better. She worked hard for that body. Let her do what she want to do. Now, anybody else, I can't speak on anybody else. If they just like being naked, they just like being naked.
You say Ashley? That's your name?
Yeah.
It don't matter how you dress, what you wear. That don't give a guy the right to think you. Oh man, she got this, that, and this.
Exactly.
Who knows?
That's what's gonna happen though. That's what's gonna happen. That's
I
what's gonna happen though.
Listen, you gonna look
feel like horny niggas can't control their reaction to seeing a woman who's showing too much skin. If you too horny, you looking at that shit like, yeah, she need to cover up. It don't matter what you think. If that woman is okay in what she is in, then let her be okay in what she in.
What it's gonna boil down to is how the dude actually view you. He gonna view you as just bust down material, possibly.
I don't.
That's what.
Who said I wanted him to bust me down?
I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about the dude that you gonna take serious though.
Yeah, he gonna be like, I'm
let's
bouncing
say,
out.
let's say you start talking to him and you actually find him somewhat attractive and you actually want to get to know him. You're not looking at the way how the character that you already brought out firsthand and how he already kind of perceived you at that point is what I'm saying.
That's a hoochie mama. That's all I see.
If he gets with me and then we actually hit it off and then he try to change me, what Kevin Gates said, bitch, you knew who I was when you met me. You knew I ain't had shit on when you met me. So don't try to change me now that you with me.
Do you ever want a situation then or no?
Huh?
Do you ever want to be in a serious situation or no? What do you want?
I mean, you know who we talking about? Who the situation with?
Do you
if you're not
want
gonna
to stay
change your
alone? Do you want to
appearance,
stay alone for the rest of your
As a
life?
female, we got rosters of who we want to take serious, who we just having fun with.
Well,
If we
that's
just got
damaging.
bored,
That's
like
damaging.
everybody got their little roster now about who they list on what level. Like females, you got a nigga that you know gonna take you get something to eat. You got a nigga that you know you can hit up any time of day. He gonna want to
That's
fuck.
damaging. See, that's
And
the
you got a
problem
nigga,
right there,
no,
Ash. That's the
that's
problem right
being
there.
single.
That's
That's being single with
That's
a
the
roster.
problem, right? That's why dudes, y'all heard it right here first, y'all. That's why a lot of
That's
dudes
being
don't take
single
chicks
with a
serious.
roster. It's
That's
nothing
why a
wrong
lot of
with
dudes
it.
don't take y'all serious.
Exactly.
Yo, Ash, let me ask you this, and I'm a paraphrase. You familiar with the Dave Chappelle skit? It was like the Halloween skit where Dave Chappelle had on the officer's uniform, and a crime was being committed down the block, and the persons ran up to Dave Chappelle. It was like, hey, oh, officer, I'm so glad you're here. He said, hey, wait a minute. Just because I got on this police uniform don't mean I'm a police officer, right? And the inverse was women who parade themselves like streetwalkers, prostitutes, etc., or just showing so much excessive skin. You don't understand that the majority of men put women in two categories, regardless if you like the attention, you like the likes and the DMs, that's cool. But men that are family oriented and wants a family, wants a wife and children, which is the majority of the men, believe it or not, we put women in two categories, wife and other. Now, if you don't want no husband, cool, to each his own. But if the majority of women want a husband and a child, or you want the nuclear family, you got to understand that your actions come with consequences. Because when that man is not present and you're outside with your booty cheeks out or your titties out, you are a representation of that man. That man is your representation when he's not present. So if you're outside like dressed like Sexy Red, like I hate to throw her out there, but if you're dressed like Sexy Red, nobody's gonna take you seriously, and it's gonna be a level of disrespect that come with it. There's gonna be a level of disrespect that come with it, and you can't. You're right. You cannot control 30 dudes and how they respond, but you can correct how you are in public if you have a man.
Okay, hold on. I got a point to make, because for one, I'm a female. I don't just go out in public just showing ass, shaking ass. I'm a female who naturally has a figure. So no matter what I put on, you're going to see that I have a figure. But for example, I went skating, just skating to a skating rink. I took off my skates, getting ready to leave. One man, I'm putting on my skates. I see a flash. I'm like, why is this flash like on me? Like he was like 10 feet away from me, but I seen a flash. And so when I looked up, he put the phone down. So that let me know you was recording me, but you didn't realize I knew you were recording me until somebody else, which was a guy who was sitting in front of him, said something like, hey, my nigga, why you recording me? And when I looked at him, he told the nigga, I'm not recording you, I'm recording her. I'm fully clothed. Ooh. Like, I don't have no hoochie shorts. I don't have no titties out. I don't have nothing showing. But it's niggas out here that will see a female, regardless of what she got on, they so horny or they want what they want, they gonna do whatever they want to do to feel like, you know, it's okay for them. So aside that, when I realized, oh, he said, oh, I'm recording her, that's when I spoke up. I say, nigga, you recording me? What you recording me for? I say, delete the video. He said, oh, I ain't got no video of you. I said, yes, you do. You just told old boy that you was recording me. So show me the video. Baby, the whole skating range shut down. The DJ came from down the stairs. Everybody started leaving out because, for one, you're a horny ass nigga. I didn't have nothing showing. It's horny ass niggas out here that will do whatever they want to do regardless of what you got on. So it ain't always a woman needs to represent herself in a certain way. It's just sick niggas out here regardless.
No, check this out. Yeah, you have a figure for sure. You can't control all the freaky deakies out there. Yeah, he did that. You can't control him, but like I said, we're not really talking about those type of guys. We talking about the guys that you actually bring into your life on the character that you bring out to them. We're not talking about. You see how when Freaky Deaky came out and recorded you, other guys stepped in to protect you.
No, no other guy stepped in to protect me.
You said the whole
hold
castle came out.
I said one of the niggas who he was in front of said, "Hey, why you recording me?" And he told that nigga, "I'm not recording you, I'm recording her."
He could have got his ass whooped.
Range shut down, meaning that when I started cussing the nigga out for recording me, everybody was trying to get the hell on. There ain't nobody came to my rescue. I was my own rescue.
Cut could have got his. The one that's you said the dude in front of you said something to the other guy.
The dude said something to the guy who was recording because he thought the guy was recording him. And Buddy whispered to him, like, "No, I'm not recording you," because the nigga was turning up. Like, "Nigga, you weird. Why you recording me?" And then the nigga was like, "No, I'm not recording you, bro. I'm recording her." And when I heard him say that, that's when I went off. Like, "Nigga, why you recording me? I'm literally taking my skates off. I'm not doing shit."
What the DJ did?
The DJ cut the music. Kids started going down the stairs. It was time for him to go.
Okay, ultimately, you still got protected in some form or fashion. But like I said, we're not talking about the creepers out there. Most guys are freak. Most guys are freaky. I'm not gonna sit right here and act like most guys ain't freaky, man. Most guys are freaky. Y'all need to. I'll be honest, bro. Y'all need to actually understand guys' nature. I'm not saying a guy should do the freaky shit.
So if you say guys are freaky, why is it why is it such a problem when a woman is loving herself and loving what she is coming into to where she want to dress however she dresses just because a nigga is freaky?
But what you gotta have
way.
That's different.
She's not.
I just want to say this. This is the fact. Think about it this way: you had one nigga that was freaky mode, right? But if you over here putting your booty out, boobies out, or whatnot, how many niggas' attention you gonna be grabbing? Because at this point, the way you're representing yourself, you're gonna get more attention, obviously. You know what I mean? So
and then the sad part is y'all don't even want the y'all be
enough to control your urges.
Right.
No. Yeah, but the way you dressed up represents, yeah.
By putting clothes on.
Man, you
know what? And you also got to understand there are men out there too. Like, not every man is gonna respect what you got going on. Even as a woman, you got a right to dress however you want, but not all men are gonna be there to save you. If in the case something happens,
problem. That's not the woman's problem.
But check this out, man. We in such a first world society. We in such a first world country that y'all don't even know the real dangers that motherfuckers really protect y'all from. You really think about it. You don't even understand it because you live in a first world society and you got all this covering with like police, the whole nine. Everything is already split up for y'all to move around accordingly. But if you was in a real reckless place, you can't even play them games like that.
Right.
You got to move accordingly, and you need men around you.
I tell you this, what Jay, I'm a United States combat veteran, right? I served this country, Operation Iraqi Freedom, February 03 to May 04, right?
Okay.
Appreciate your service.
Yeah, appreciate your services, man.
Thank you. I've been to several third world countries, and the way that modernized Western women dress, you would get your head chopped off in these other countries dressing like
clean.
That. And I don't care if you just want to show a little bit of shoulder or you want to wear some tight jeans because you got curves. Nope, they don't play that. Not over there. So Ash, I hear you. But here's the thing. Think about math. You're talking about a minority of men who can't control themselves. I give you that, but that's why there's rules and regulations in place to hold these weirdos accountable. It's called jail. So if a dude is recording, you could have pressed charges or worst case scenario. You know what I mean?
You can't do that. They don't do anything for that. I done been exercising at Lake Mirror and had a nigga recording me and done had the police called. They can't do nothing. As long as they don't physically harm you, they can't do anything. So as women, we are subjected to a lot of bullshit from men, and we aren't protected. So we have to protect ourselves. That's not always true. And then now, especially as Black women, we scared to even call the motherfucking police because at the end of the day, goddamn, we may be the one ended up in.
I'll tell you this. It's always gonna be a guy right around the corner that's gonna be protecting you. I really don't know what you're saying on that behalf. It's always gonna be a guy to stand up. That's a fact. If a girl is getting beat up by a guy in public, man, you know how many guys gonna jump in to stop it?
Actually, I got your back. I'm your bodyguard. I got you. Send the
they not. No, they not.
I'm not one of them. I'm definitely not one of them.
I'm be honest. It possibly
may not be one of them, but they are there.
If a guy is attacking
they protect.
If a guy is attacking a girl most likely, I'm not saying they not gonna record, but most likely it's gonna be guys that's gonna jump in and stop it.
Women, I promise you, women will jump in before a man jump in.
Yeah, it just depends, Jay. It just depends. It depends on the situation.
Women will jump in to protect the female before a nigga jump in. I promise you that. Now look up a bunch of fighting videos. It be women
I've seen a lot of guys jump
to
in
protect the woman before a man will jump in.
A lot of guys
be like, man, y'all chill out,
and
he be the one recording.
It was a fight. It was a fight that broke out in Disney World a couple years ago. Dude was crashing out. He was hitting a few of the women that was in his own group. You know who stepped in? Other guys. You see, you forget. You think about just black guys. White guys gonna crash out and jump in too. You forget that it's gonna be other ethnicity groups that's gonna jump in and crash out. You think about just a black dude. The white guy's gonna jump in.
A white guy jumping before a black guy.
Just because he thirsty for the action. Yeah. He want to be Rambo.
I want to throw hands. Come on.
He ready for it. A lot of them just jump in. They just be gung ho. So you can't sit here and say guys ain't gonna jump in and try and protect women from situations.
I'm not saying guys won't. I'm just saying majority of the time, women will jump in before a man jump in.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing either.
I mean, I think it goes both ways. Depends on the situation.
Ain't got to do with me. Some people just keep it moving, man. You don't know what that girl did to that boy to make him this, that, and the third.
You're gonna have the people that keep it moving too. That's true. But
especially in this culture, people don't fight. People do fight, but again, I'm from New York City. It's a lot of guns out here.
Different. A
lot of guns out there. Ain't nobody fighting.
Yeah,
but check this out.
And if I lose,
ain't nobody fighting.
I actually wanted to play something, but we started getting into the topic. I'm gonna just play this. I want to say this is the last clip, but it ties into the Phylicia Rashad situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Dang, she's shiny.
Older women try to give game to younger women. It always circles back to being about a man. No disrespect to Phylicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick-me also. I already peeped the game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all of that. But she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about the way that women dress today. Now, she's entitled to her opinion. That's totally fine. And I was okay with the message until she said, and most importantly, no man wants a woman that dresses whatever way they were talking about. Why is that the most important element when it comes to how a woman is dressing? And why don't people understand that not all women date men? There are some women that don't date men. There are a lot of women out here that have opted out of dating entirely and don't care about what a man want to see her in. Why does everything older women say always have to go back to a man? I don't understand that. They need to reprogram their minds. They need to reprogram their minds. Like, it's 2025. We work too hard to have autonomy, to always have to be connected to what a man likes and what a man doesn't like. If y'all constantly keep saying, oh, men don't like when women dress like this, men don't like when women wear their hair like this, wear lashes, wear makeup, this or whatever, and a woman is still doing those things that a man doesn't want, wouldn't that tell you that we don't fucking care? Coco and Ice-T. She dressed however she wants to dress. She do whatever she want to do. And he's been married to her for how long? There are plenty of men that don't be getting in women's business like that. They don't care about policing women and trying to control every woman's every move. Y'all be the ones who try to control everything y'all women do because y'all are insecure and y'all care about the public's perception of you. And like I said, I would be totally fine with the message if she kept it about the women and themselves. But to constantly always have to bring something back to a man, it's crazy. It's getting old. It's been old.
Man, you got
You can dress however you want, but you ain't going through my phone.
Boy, don't go through my phone.
You ain't touching that.
How you get the woman, how you get the female, you saw her dressing, how she dressing when you got her. So it's like, why you feel the type of way now when you pop out with her? When you pop out with her, she with you. So if you want your girl to look good, right? You want guys to look at it. She go home with you at the end of the night. You got to know what type of female you got. Just because she wear all that provocative. But don't go too crazy. Now, I don't want you to have.
Look at him. He doubling back. He doubling back, y'all.
Like, you know, don't be like, okay, God, they like you about to go work at the script club. Don't go crazy like that, you know.
No, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, like I said, I think if you my bad, Heem, if you with your
No, you
girl,
good.
I think y'all can move how y'all want to accordingly. But at the same time, I think it's really more about in the beginning phases, possibly on how you about to meet somebody. I think that's really where it's really coming from. But go ahead, Heem.
I was about to say, man, if you meet her like that
Yeah.
and she dressed like that, I don't agree with trying to change her. I would accept her for who she is. If I know she dressed like that and I met her, I expect her to dress like that every time we step out. That might be part of the reason why I even, went ahead and tried to talk to her, because she dressed like that.
That's gonna be the reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But check this out though. You don't think that's gonna send that girl into bust down culture forever, possibly?
No, because she might not be like that. She might just like to dress like that. She might just like to dress like that.
Yeah, but what if the dudes put her in that category and she don't even know it?
But she mine. Fuck them.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, but guess what though? I'm saying that's what's going, but it's gonna mess her up in the long run. Is what I'm saying.
How?
But like I said, if she presents herself a certain way, people put her in that category. She wonder why nobody is probably taking her serious and
Jay, if she mine, it don't matter what other men think at that point.
No,
if that's
if she's yours, you saying if she's yours. I'm saying if other guys are just using her as a tool because they only looking at the way they already looking at her mentality and just using her as a buzz down. I don't think you get what I'm saying.
At that point, if she not my girl,
yeah.
I'm trying to understand the question because I'm not understanding.
What I'm saying is that the guy already put her in a position of she probably just gonna be sex only because she don't listen and she don't move to my command. So I'm still gonna keep busting her down. So y'all don't get that. So y'all don't understand that a guy's still gonna keep probably busting you down, but he might not send you to that next level that you might not want, or that you might want. Is what I'm
so you're saying in the case that because she dressed like that, he gonna use her for that only. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's a high possibility because dudes know the woman that they want their wife to be. They want her to act a certain way
because of how she dressed.
But like I said,
it goes into it. I'm not saying that's the whole thing, but it goes into it though.
Yeah,
I get exactly what you're saying, but I'm saying that there's a such thing as a man like who like women who dress like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? And she could be loyal, she could be faithful, she could be all of that and still dress how she want to dress. It's possible. It's still possible.
Yo, hey, let me.
What are the chances? What are the chances?
I don't think you understanding how the beginning starts off. I'm not saying that's like with me and my woman right now. Okay, yeah, she gonna have certain clothes that's gonna be a little tight fitting and whatnot, and I like how it look. But we together at that point. But I'm saying like when it comes to the very beginning, depending on how I met her, I might have viewed her differently. Is what I'm trying to say. We already done grew together.
You're not seeing that's you.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's
different.
true, but it's a big coat.
Differently.
But it's a big coat of women out there that is going through relationship issues, though. What I'm trying to say.
They can't be the only reason.
Yeah, I don't think it's about.
That's probably a very small reason. There's much more reason.
Because I can have a lot of money and be a flashy nigga and just like my girl to be, you know what I mean? Just like it could be like that. Like it's different scenarios.
I don't think y'all understand that it's a multitude.
We understand what you're trying to say.
No, I'm saying,
I get it.
It's a lot of things that go into it. It's not just the one though, but usually that one carries other characteristics.
Man, bro, that ain't
because of how she dressed.
That's not.
It's a big one.
No, it's not.
I get what you're saying though. Like,
Janarvis,
I get what you're saying.
I think it's more.
At the end of the day, what I just said, if I lose 20 pounds, I'm out there shaking ass.
I think it's not only the clothes.
Hold on. Ashley.
What the hell? What the hell?
I said if I lose 20 pounds, baby, I'm out there shaking ass. That don't mean I'm a hoe. That mean I just love.
Man, you gonna take all the freaky niggas.
Hey, guess what? I'm not mad at a chick wanting to live that lifestyle. See, I don't think y'all understand. I'm not trying to regulate anything.
Lifestyle. You said it's a lifestyle.
Y'all missing the whole.
That's somewhat of a lifestyle.
That's a moment. That's just a moment in time. That's a moment in time. If a woman done worked hard as fuck during the wintertime to lose her weight for the summertime, baby, she outside. Best believe she outside. That don't mean she a hoe. That means she done worked her way to the person she wanted to be, and she's enjoying that. Now, if a nigga take that as her being a hoe, That nigga shallow.
Let me ask you this: where's she shaking ass? Where's she shaking ass at? Go ahead and explain what you mean by shaking ass. Where you shaking ass at?
There's a
But
time
I'm
and a
shaking their
place.
ass everywhere. I'm shaking their ass.
What does that mean?
No,
You
she
said
didn't say that at first.
No.
Damn.
No,
Damn,
listen to
Doe
what
was trying to
she
defend, but
said.
she like,
No,
nah.
she said everywhere.
She
Where's
said that at
everywhere?
first.
Where's everywhere?
Everywhere. I just
Stop
told you
right.
I'm shaking ass at the
Church,
gas station. I'm shaking
at
ass
the
at the
key.
house. I'm shaking ass picking up my child. If I don't work my ass off in this gym, I'm shaking my ass.
What the
What
hell
are we
is
talking
wrong with
about?
you?
Yo, can I play devil's advocate?
Ew,
I have to. Jay, can I play devil's advocate?
Picking up your child, you shake your
I want
ass.
to play
Nah, I
devil's
was being
advocate.
sarcastic.
Man,
I ain't
hell
picking up my son shaking ass. Because
No,
for
go
one,
ahead.
he
Go ahead.
11. He
Go
11.
ahead.
He carried the bus. So
Yeah,
I ain't even
I
got
want to
wicked
play.
bus.
I want to play
Oh,
devil's
shit.
advocate.
Mhm.
Ashley, what do you think about? And I'll throw myself in it. That's why I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm in the gym 3 times a week, right? Since 1996. I'm a gym head. Now, I don't walk around with my shirt off, but if you see me with my shirt off, you be like, oh shit. But I keep that covered because that's not the imagery I want to put out there. You know what I mean? So it's like, look, I understand you got the Shamar Moores and the Morris Chestnuts with the ripped 6-pack and the Boris Kojos, but they're household names. You got plenty of guys that are in shape or whatnot, but you'll never know unless you see them in an intimate setting. And that's the whole point we're trying to make. Cool, you're gonna lose 20 pounds, you're gonna be twerking all over the place. Cool, that's fine. But understand, men that think like how I think, we putting you in the bust down category, and that's it. That's it.
But who said I give a fuck about what category you put me in? Because I'm not trying to be in any of your categories.
It comes
But
with
you're making it personal.
If a woman is secure enough in herself and a woman is doing something for herself, if we're getting healthier for ourselves, if we're getting in shape for ourselves, at the end of the day, we're not thinking about what y'all.
But why have your ass
The only
out?
wrong part is when you say shaking ass. Hold
Everywhere.
on. Everywhere. Gas station, outside the house, club.
That's why I said I wanted to. That's why,
man.
In a G
that's why I said I
string.
wanted to play. That's why I said I wanted to play devil's advocate because I'm
not saying I'm shaking
I'm a
ass
health
in a
nut.
G
I'm in the gym three
just
times
saying
a week,
I'm
and I
shaking
look
ass,
great.
meaning
I look great.
I'm celebrating myself.
Like I'm fully dressed. That's why I said I wanted to play devil's advocate because again, I'm in the gym 3 times a week. This is a lifestyle for me. I like to be in shape. I want to go into my 50s looking the best I've ever looked all my life.
And I love that for you.
You know what I mean?
But who said I wanted to go in my 50s in the gym? I don't. I never said that.
How y'all want the woman to dress? How y'all want to?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like what?
What's the standard? What's the like? How y'all want them to dress? Seriously.
Who y'all want to answer that?
Everybody.
Who y'all want to answer that?
I think y'all under the misconception that we want to walk around like none. No, we get it. Y'all black. Y'all got booties. Y'all got ass. Y'all got hips. Y'all got curves. That's cool. That's fine. There's a time and place for everything. And if you're with a man that you respect, you'll move a certain way. That's what we're saying.
Y'all don't see, the biggest thing is that y'all really was the ladies, y'all disrespecting Phylicia Rashad. You got a woman who carry herself a certain way. Now I don't know her personally.
That's Phylicia.
She carried herself a certain way.
Phylicia and Phylicia era. We ain't in Phylicia era.
If you want something, you have to carry yourself a certain way to acquire that something.
Jay, you gotta understand too. It's a lot of independent minded thinking women out here too.
Cool.
So it's
but guess what though? You got to deal with the consequences of whatever the situation is at hand.
Right.
It is what
it's like
we
that's cool.
Talking about
Choose
it.
your
I'm just
path.
delivering the alternative.
What's the consequences? Because we all grown. You can't beat my ass. What's the consequences?
No. It's
you
not
said what's the
it's
what's gonna punish? Life. Life is
right.
Forget about life is gonna punish you. Life. Your life, whoever life it is,
but why
it's
do you
gonna punish
automatically
you.
think it's a punishment?
If I do stupid shit,
woman.
hold on. If I do stupid shit, life gonna punish me.
But
that's just a fact.
That's you and your perspective of your life. That don't mean somebody else who thinks differently is gonna be punished.
Yeah,
like if I did want to go out and shake my ass in the G-string, that's not gonna mean life gonna punish me.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever done anything that you regret a little bit? Or you feel like you probably should? Okay, so life kind of punished you to say like, hey, I don't need to do what I did
That's not
prior.
saying life punished me. That's just
You're
saying
right. It
I
is
made a
perception
decision
too.
that I shouldn't have made, and I kind of feel bad about it.
And listen, man, it's different guys, it's different female. Some guys like that. It won't. The life ain't gonna punish nobody. You might have a guy that love that for her, baby girl. When you pop out with me, I want you to look real good.
Shake
So,
that ass.
Guess what? Yeah, guess what? Guess what?
When you get
Guess
outside,
what?
he be like, shake that ass.
You with me?
Shake that ass.
You leave with
You
me.
ain't gonna respect that guy. You probably ain't gonna respect that guy.
No,
That's not
Guy.
true. That's not true, Jay.
You ain't
That's
gonna
not true,
respect
Jay.
that guy.
Hey, bro.
That's not
Because a
true,
nigga
Jay.
that really care about you, he ain't even gonna want you doing that.
That ain't how
A
that
nigga that really care about you.
Gotta bring you home.
I don't agree, Jay. I don't agree.
Y'all tripping.
Shake that ass.
When you
Y'all tripping.
on this one, I ain't gonna
Y'all
lie.
tripping.
Because think about it, bro.
A woman that you,
But
hold
not
on, bro.
outside,
Hold on. A woman that you really care about, you don't even want her outside. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Because Jay, Jay, you gotta
That's
understand.
different. What are you talking about?
Because you gotta understand, that's not how every man move, though. That's not how
your
every man
generation.
move.
No, you're right. That's y'all generation. Y'all young generation fucked up.
Because think about it. What if I like my girl exciting? What if I have I like my girls to be exciting? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she go out, she twerking in the gas station. I probably like that type of shit.
Do you?
No, I don't personally, but I'm saying.
Hold on. No. Everybody pause for Hollywood real quick. Do you?
No, that's not what I don't say I do.
Champion for something that you don't even want.
No, that's not what I'm saying. There are men out there who like exciting girls.
Why are you championing for something that you don't even want?
Because you got to look at it.
That's the
because I'm trying.
I would understand. I would understand if you was you wanted it.
I'm not saying it from my. I'm saying because you're looking at it from how you live and how you think men should. It's not like that all the time, Jay. Just because you do it like that, that don't make it right for everybody.
I got homeboys. I got buddies that love the way they let their girl pop out like that. We together. If we go to a 5-star restaurant, you not dressing like no hood. Now you gonna look classy.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Like I said, my wife. My wife can put it on. You know what I'm saying? She can wear certain things that it's tight. Them cheeks. Nah, no skin. She ain't showing nothing. She ain't showing nothing crazy. That's one thing I do not play with. You ain't no cheeks is coming out.
She got a figure though. That's gonna show regardless. So it don't matter what some females put on.
But we together and we grew together. Exactly.
Here's
you right.
the thing,
You right.
I feel like the female can wear whatever as long as you don't show them cheeks. That's it.
Skin and all, like all that extra stuff. You don't need to be showing all that extra stuff. They're my cheeks.
What if they nigga like that? Who are y'all to decide if that woman is valuable or not? If her nigga likes the way she dresses when they go out together.
Because if I like that, what's the problem with that?
Exactly.
So she gonna like a nigga showing everything too?
Listen, if that's what she likes, that's what he likes.
And if that's what he likes, why is it a problem?
Them is my cheeks though. Them is my cheeks though. I pay full price for them cheeks.
Personally, I wouldn't have my cheeks out. I'm not that type of dresser.
Thank you,
like,
dope.
I am very
I'm gonna have the
cover up. I'm not.
But
at the end of the day, I'm advocating for people who do. Like, I don't care. It's not my relationship. Yes, it can have consequences. I mean, obviously, if you dress like that, you're gonna attract whoever. But if that's what you like and that's what he likes, y'all gonna like each other.
What about the restaurants? What about Hooters? What about Hooters? Remember Hooters? You got women with titties. They got their titties out. They got their ass out. How many people love going to Hooters?
That's their Ashley, I don't think you not understanding.
Business?
We still like
the uniform. The uniform. The women that work at and let me be the devil.
And they chose that.
Just like
let me be the devil real quick. I also DJ.
Right, somebody said he don't mind his wife cheeks out.
I done DJ'd in several strip clubs, right? So I understand how women dress when they walk. Talking about the women who work there, right? And now I see the women who don't work at the strip club are dressed the same as the strippers that work at the strip club. So there's no differentiation between a regular chick and a stripper. Like for dudes who are looking for wives, this is what they're saying. There's no differentiation on the landscape of how women are dressing. They're dressing like strippers and streetwalkers.
Why
and
they waited so long?
How am I supposed to know that you're a good Christian woman and you're a good woman for me if you outside just like a goddamn stripper? I can't tell
Why
the
are you looking
difference.
outside for a
I
wife? You
can't
should
tell
go
the
to the
difference.
church at that point. If you said you're looking for a good Christian woman, go to the church and look for a good Christian
Those are the
woman.
worst ones. Shit.
The strippers go to church Sunday morning.
Yeah, boy. You gotta know where you catch it at, boy. You gotta know.
The strippers was popping it Saturday night and then Sunday morning. They're like, "Thank you, Jesus."
You
Like,
can't pull up to Magic City getting mad because you can't find your wife. If you're looking for a good Christian woman, you should have went to church.
Go to Christian Maple, boy. ChristianMaple.com, boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what we saying, man, ultimately you're gonna have women in different categories.
That's
I'm just
it.
being honest. The wifey gonna be a little different, and then the chick who out there with the cheeks out, she gonna be treated a little bit different.
It's
up to the person who on how they want to be accepted in that category of being in a relationship.
Yeah, because me personally, if I see a girl with cheeks out, that ain't wife material. That's the first
I'm
time.
trying to fuck.
That
It's
ain't
not.
wife
I'm trying to
material.
smash.
That's not.
Excuse my
That's
language.
personal preference. You're not wrong for preferring what you prefer, but it don't mean another nigga wrong for preferring a woman with her cheeks out.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's different. Everyone's got different thoughts and different opinions. You know what I mean? We're people.
But I
like
guarantee you though,
but sometimes I end
all
up
y'all
I end
do.
up with a nigga with no money. That
All
don't
y'all
mean,
do.
you know, it is what it is.
I will say it definitely has an effect on the culture as far as how women dress and how it is viewed. But at the end of the day, I believe that they should dress what they want. I know it's
Y'all can't do
backwards.
that.
I
Y'all
know
can't
it's
do that.
backwards, but
Who said we can't?
how are you gonna stop?
Cause you double
Like,
talking. You saying it's
Who said we
problematic. You saying
no,
it's
because I
problematic, but at the
understand it.
same time,
That
you're
doesn't
saying
mean that
it's
I don't
okay.
agree or
Who
disagree
said it
with
was
it. I'm just saying I understand it.
We all understand it. It is problematic. That you can't tell that the cultures. You don't think the culture transitioning into like more of a deep state situation, like a serious one. You don't think
But
it's
that's not every
transitioning?
woman. That's not every woman. Not every woman is out there with the cheeks out.
But we still talk about the influence though.
Yeah, like
And I'm gonna say this: I don't care about talking about what's online, what's on TV. If you still go out certain places downtown or whatnot, you gonna see it on a normal still, and you like, damn, it's in front of kids. The whole, even at Disney World, the whole situation that somebody pointed out online, it's everywhere.
Stripper clothes.
And like I said, we all still like and appreciate yams. Y'all don't get it twisted. We're not trying to be no like nuns out here or pastors. But at the same time, y'all might get treated a certain way to where y'all might wonder, why am I getting treated like this? Why am I in this cat?
I don't think those girls actually think about.
No, they do. No, they wonder. No, they wonder. They all wonder.
What if you out?
They're gonna know they're gonna get attention. You know what I mean?
What if you out with your girl and she got some real short shorts on, y'all in the club, and a dude done slapped her butt and she call you, babe, this guy done slapped my butt. So,
I'm gonna be honest. Wifey don't go to the club.
Yeah, listen.
In a scenario that happens,
she don't go to the club though.
In the scenario, hey,
yeah, put yourself in that shoe, Jay.
Grab my ass. This dude done grabbed my ass. What you gonna say? I told you shouldn't have worn them goddamn short shorts.
You're not gonna be at the club, so it's not even gonna happen.
Nah,
and if it's a different situation in public, that's different.
That's a bigger speak
though. Out, you know what I'm saying? We talk about people who girls go out. It's just a scenario.
Guess what?
Put the guy in a crazy situation because like you gonna go over there, protect your woman. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? It can go
true.
down.
That's a tough situation to be in.
Like Jay said, it's consequences that come with everybody's actions. And the thing that I don't like about this generation is some, not all, some of the women think that there's no consequences with their actions. Like, we're men. If I fuck up and break the law, I'm going to jail. Period. So why do y'all think that there's no actions coming with what you're doing? Like, there's consequences. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's called a mercenary. Like, that's called a mercenary. You don't want no rules. There's no rules. There's no regulations. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's why y'all not fucking married.
Yeah, right. That's just like I can't find a good man.
That's why you're not fucking married. That's the end of the conversation right there. You could be a hot girl summer until you 55 years old, like Tracy Ellis Ross talking about, well, I'm not gonna settle. Motherfucker, you about to meet Jesus. Shut up.
Oh shit!
Crazy. About to meet
You heard
Jesus.
what Jasmine said. Our wives and girls don't want us to go out them gray sweatpants and them sweatpants tight. Why you wearing?
Yeah, boy, print it
No.
all up. You print it in the sweats.
They don't like that. It'd be a problem, man.
That print showing, man.
For us, it's gray sweatpants. For them, it's wearing lingerie in the middle of the winter.
Yeah, like I said, man, I don't mind a woman looking sexy, looking beautiful, the whole nine. But I think there's definitely gonna be versions that's gonna be a little extreme, and I think that's what people kind of got to figure out what's extreme and what's really gonna hurt the culture. Like, granted, every situation gonna be different for everybody, but it's just not for me. Just being honest, it's not for me. Anybody else got anything?
Keep it a keeper. You got a good woman in your corner. Keep
For
it.
sure, that's a fact.
Keep
I
it a
agree.
keeper.
Better hold it down.
You know you don't got a good woman in your life if she keep bringing you problems.
Yeah,
This is true.
If she keep bringing you
Okay.
problems, that's not the woman for you. If you constantly
Yeah.
argue, if she arguing about the way she dressing and she problematic with her mouth, that's not your lady. She for the streets. Sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna be a headache. She's gonna be a headache,
Sorry,
man. I will say this: I value a chick listening to me more than anything. If a woman listens to me, you know, and I'm like I said, it has to be a guy that gives good direction and has a good plan. And I'm not saying someone who's just trying to control you for the wrong reasons, but really like just trying to put you into a better space. That's what I like. 100%.
I would say effective communicating. I'm big on that. Like, because problems are always going to come. So
yeah,
learning how to work through those problems together, I think, is what really builds the foundation of the relationship. So that's what's important to me.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Any last thoughts, y'all? I don't want this to go too long. About to go ahead and finish it up. That was all the topics. I want everybody to kind of go through, get their last thoughts, and we're gonna piece it out.
Respect yourself. Respect yourself, my beautiful black sisters. Man, brother, just respect yourself. You know, the brothers too. Respect yourself, man. Don't crash out, man.
Yeah, respect and love, man.
Right.
That's all it's about, man. It was a great session, man. Glad to meet all you guys.
Fire.
Hey, same here.
For sure.
Ashley, you good? Ashley over there?
Man, Ashley over there doing the shake that ass. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with.
She's like, I'm about to shake it right now, just for them niggas. I'm about to shake it right now for them. I don't give a fuck. She over there. F what y'all saying.
Oh shit, what's up, Ashley?
Ashley, what you was over there doing, man?
What?
What you was over there doing?
I had to use the facilities.
Oh, my fault.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
We doing last thoughts. Everybody get their last thoughts before we finish it up.
Last thoughts?
Yep.
Okay.
Dope. You up?
I appreciate everybody's ideologies and way of thinking. I think it's very important to have these conversations just for us to understand and see perspectives as far as what you think and what she thinks, and get a different view on these topics, because it matters. It really does.
For sure.
I agree.
Appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you for coming, Dope. You are definitely dope. For sure.
Thank
I appreciate it.
Chat, gang.
W's in the chat.
Raheem the Rabbit.
Hey, closing thoughts. I just say this. Like I said, I'm from the old school, man. I'm a 70s baby. So if you got that Martin and Gina love, man, hold on to that shit. Because that's a lost art right there, man. Like I said, I'm removed from the dating market. I'm good. Me and mines, we good. I got that Martin Lawrence and Gina love. So if you could find it out there and amongst this crazy dating pool, snatch them up, do the right thing, make her your wife, and go along the path of life.
Likewise.
Martin, I thought Gina put a sexual harassment out on Martin.
Okay, we're talking
Hey, we talking about the characters.
We're not talking about real life.
Characters.
Never
Characters.
mind.
Talking about the fake, you know.
JayBReacts, my hookah Texas brother over there.
Man, JayBReacts, man, you ain't said nothing the whole panel. JayBReacts was happy.
He said a little bit. Everybody was talking.
You muted.
Oh, y'all had the floor. I'll let y'all have the floor, man.
I appreciate you for coming through, man.
No, man, give us some words of wisdom, bro.
Nah, when you hit me up and said 7:30, my time, Texas, I'm thinking 7:30 my time, so I wasn't thinking 2 and
Yeah,
2.
it's 8:22 right now.
Yeah, my fault
I
on
forgot
that one
about
for
that.
being late. So that's the reason why I was late.
It's all good. I'm glad you showed up, man.
But overall, man, I feel like a female, a guy can just however they want to be. At the end of the day, they're grown. Just know that come with whatever they come with. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. Everybody must have fun. Everybody must be responsible. Just like if you're drinking or whatever, you're grown at the end of the day. And once again, it comes with whatever it comes with. But I'm from the island, so one love to everything. Just have fun, be responsible, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm gonna give mine, and then Ashley, you can give yours. Like I said, I want to appreciate everybody, man. I started like last year sometime, and like I said this kind of earlier, man. Just don't listen to the demons in your head about you wanting to pursue something that you really want to. Just go through it, grind it out, focus. A few of the people on the panel, they already know me from a decent amount of time, and they already know the amount of time and effort that it took to actually, put into grinding something out. So I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's kind of been rocking with me. So just want to say that.
And if y'all
Ashley,
ain't follow my man's yet on YouTube, make sure you follow him on YouTube. Subscribe.
Like and
For sure.
subscribe.
Facts.
And make sure to comment too.
Ashley,
Exactly.
Ashley, you muted.
No, she
No, I'm
wasn't
playing.
talking.
you can hear Ashley?
No.
She's going in and out right
Oh
now.
yeah, I think I hear echo
Oh
too.
shoot, she
Yeah.
lagged out. I just said
Well,
over and out, guys.
well, that's all, folks. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. And until next time, peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.